These aren't just any deviled eggs. These are amazing, creamy, delicious deviled eggs. Even your kids will love. So I start by peeling my eggs, and I have this really fun deviled egg holder my mama gave me. I use it all the time, but you can use a plate. I rinse them off after I peel them. It's super easy, okay? We're gonna just slightly go around the entire egg gently, like that, see? And then I just plop the yolk into a bowl. I start by mashing them down, just to make sure that they're like consistently blended and mixed. Add mayo. This is homemade mayo, and so it's going to be a little bit runnier than like a traditional store mayo because they put emulsifiers in it. This tastes so good. So I'm just gonna pour this right in. I do about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I've used like a really high protein organic Greek yogurt as well. And that gives it a nice tang. So it just depends on what flavor you're looking for. So I just give everything a really good mix, kind of incorporating all that yolk together. And then this part's super easy. I'm going to add a pinch of pink Himalayan sea salt and some dill. I have dry dill from the garden. I don't do too much. Dill is a stronger herb, just enough. And I also have some dehydrated onion powder that I made of my own, which is fantastic. If you can do it and you have an oven or a dehydrator, I highly recommend it. And I give a generous sprinkle of that as well. I would say about a 1/4 cup if you want measurements. And a tiny bit of paprika because we're gonna sprinkle some on top for aesthetic appeal, but I like to add a little for the flavor as well. And then capers. So I'm only going to do about a 1/4 of a teaspoon of capers. It's not much, see? Because they're very salty. You can rinse them to get some of the brine off, but I like the salty bite to it. And if you don't have capers, I have used green olive, Kalamata olives, anything that has like a rich bite to it. That's what I think is like the star of a great deviled egg. And then some mustard. I'm going to use like an organic Dijon mustard. You could use a yellow, just a straight yellow mustard. That's fine. And here I probably only did about a 1/2 teaspoon. You're gonna mix everything together again, and I kind of mash up the capers just because I don't wanna have one egg without any and one with a whole caper. You could pre-chop them if you want, just the same as you would like your olives. You could pre-chop them. But I'm being a little lazy today, so I'm not gonna do that. But so yeah, use your fork and just give it a good mash. Of course, finally, we need to add black pepper, and I use fresh ground black pepper. There's nothing like fresh black pepper, you guys. You could use a white pepper too if you want. You can change this however you choose, but this is just like the base ingredients. If you have a Greek yogurt, a mayonnaise, a mustard, salt and pepper, you could do just that. But I like to go up a notch, you know? And if you don't have olives or capers and you don't really like the tang of those types of ingredients, you could add a small dash, like 1/8 of a teaspoon of a white vinegar or an apple cider vinegar. That helps bring up the level of acidity. Sometimes if things are too creamy or dense, you need that acidity to offset that. So I'm actually gonna give it a taste now and see, because I may add a little. I'll give it a taste. Okay, so here's your filling. And I gave it a taste and it's fantastic. I don't think it needs anything else. It's like perfect. You can use a piping bag or a Ziploc bag and put your mixture inside and cut the tip off the end and squeeze it in to make it pretty if you want. For today, I'm just gonna show you something simple and easy so you can whip it up in no time and have a delicious snack or side dish for a party or something you go to. And so I just scoop in big dollops of the egg filling. And I'll go around evenly to each egg.
I boil my eggs for 6 to 9 minutes. When they're done, I put them in cold water immediately. I crack them and peel them, and this helps get under that thin skin.
Now we're gonna sprinkle some of the paprika on top. This just makes it look really pretty. It adds a pop of color. I like the bite and the smokiness of the paprika. And if you want to get fancy, you could add a 1/2 slice of olive or a caper if you put it in there. You can even take some of the dill to add a little sprinkle of green just to give it that extra color, because presentation definitely is helpful in my opinion when eating food. And you store them in a fridge. They'll last for a couple days, more than likely not, because we eat them so quickly. And there you have it. the most delicious deviled egg, let me tell you.
So go make yours, okay? Okay, enjoy.